Hi, the game I'm going to make is Musket Nightmare, and to get to it, what's your scope document? I'm in the wrong order. Project Older to make the game Musket Nightmare, to port the game to an Android device, to have unique unique qualities in the game, to increase revenue. One of the scope documents I went through was Manic, where it's kind of like 40 Winks, and you have to go through different trials of like age groups like young, teenager and adult. Another one I looked at was Make Madness, which is very, if you ever seen Simpsons where you get shot in the face with a makeup gun, you know what it's about. Then the one I went with is Musket Nightmare, where it's a horror adventure game that changes between two play styles. One is a first person shooter, which you play as a musketeer, and the other is like an action top down adventure, where you have RPG elements and you can change between the stories, or you can choose just to play one story. So you still get all the story, but you can play the style you want to play. Then training place target platform is Google Nexus, OS, Jelly Bean up to Marshmallow. All the information's there, and display, sound, and all that stuff. Then the budget is environment textures are going to be, all textures that are images are going to be 2048 by 2048. The environment's going to have a diffuse, spec, and normal, one for each environment, because the Musketeer's going to have one and the RPG elements are going to have another one, so they'll be in separate levels. The character is going to be, all the characters, the fuses are going to be on the same one with a spec and normal hopefully on them. A decals, one, a hood, one, and then the poly counts are going to be 5,000 max for the environment. Player's going to have 8,000. And either the hand model or the one going around the screen. The enemies are going to be 3,000 per enemy, and I want to have a maximum of 8 on screen. 300 are set aside for any pickups. 200, and then when they break, they'll splinter into more objects, which will go up to 800. So total poly count is going to be 83,100, not including animated. You know what I'm on about?
Right.
Not sprites, particle systems, which will allow up to 100. Stop that, Jack, will you? Then audio is going to be 7 environment sounds, 7 player sounds, 5 enemy, 6 HUD, and then a total of 25 audio. And scripts, I can't give you an amount at the present time because I'm not sure. Then other platforms, I wanted to go back as far as anything that has gingerbread on it, and then future anything with Jelly Bean or higher will generally play it. Then the time frame is a basic one to do enemies and animate and script the enemy, then pickups, audio, main screen stuff, then building and testing, and then that one onward is more testing and fixing bugs until the final release of it. Then a large amount of time for testing. Testing phase is, for the final build will be ongoing, and all testing stages will have questionnaires to fill out and give information to the development. I've considered copyright infringement as a result. I've used all my work. One of the things I see possibly going on to with the first-person shooter solely is like with VR, like a off version of it, and then as stuff gets better, I can add more stuff to it or modify it in any way. Then our influences are the top-down adventure type ones, and then the first-person shooters. And possible HUD things from both top shooters and RPG type elements. And then software to use is Blender, Reaper, Unity, Photoshop, and Adobe Illustrator. Any questions?
Do the stop camera.